Good morning, World History Cardinals. It is early in the morning, and I will see some of you in a few minutes. But I wanted to give you an idea of what is going on today. Today is January 21st, and we are starting Lesson 1, or Unit 1, Lesson 7. Unit 1, Lesson 7. I'm so glad you got the chance to hear Hammurabi's play yesterday. Um, Thank you to the actors who all participated. Today, we are moving into our second River Valley civilization. The first one with Hammurabi's Code, that was Mesopotamia, the Fertile Crescent. The second one today, we are exploring ancient Egypt. Let us go there. We will scroll down. You will read everything if you've not seen it. We'll scroll down and we'll click the big blue Enter Here button. Remember, do not go to modules. Once this pulls up, this is like your table of contents. You see all of the units. You will have 8 units. We are still in Unit 1. Here is another more outlined table of contents. Anytime we have a test, make sure you go back and study these units. But we are at Lesson 7, and the date is right beside it. In your notes, write down the goal statement for today. Your goal statement says, I can explain the various ways in which ancient Egypt meets the criteria for an advanced civilization. Your essential question, what are the key characteristics and achievements of ancient Egypt? Today, you will watch a National Geographic video in the warm-up. You will complete an online crossword puzzle and use the discussion board. You will read an article from Khan Academy, and in that article, I've included a graphic organizer that you will be able to also write your notes. You can type your notes on the graphic organizer. On the article, you will use the tool Read, Write, Think. It's a puzzle piece with an RW on it. You will use that piece. You will then create your own acrostic poem on ancient Egypt. And then your check for understanding to see if you understood the information that you watched and read. You will take a 5-question quiz. Let's click the link. So here is your ancient Egypt video. Number 1, your warm-up says, on lined paper, write down 10 of the most important points you learned from the video. And then number 2 says, once you are through with the video, try your luck at this crossword puzzle. My students had no problems with this last semester. It should open for you. Number 3 says, in the discussion box, because you wrote those 10 points at number 1, in number 3 it says create 2 truths and 1 lie about ancient Egypt. 2 truths and 1 lie. And that goes right here in the discussion board. 2 truths and 1 lie about ancient Egypt. Okay? Just to be safe, for a hint, go ahead and reveal the lie. Because students are going to read this too. Okay? Next, here is the first activity. Please pay attention to what I've written. This is not homework. It is classwork. So you can read and annotate for understanding. So they have an article link too. You don't necessarily have to use it, but this is what you would use the Read and Write app, the one that looks like a puzzle with a little R and the little W in it. So you can click on that link to go outside of the article, but the same article is right here. And you have my permission to read everything here and compare that with the 10 points you made from the video. What I like most about this, it tells you about the different periods and the different dynasties during ancient Egypt. And this below, it says copy Unit 1, Lesson 6. That's just a typo. It's meant to be 7, but it's a concept wheel. It's a concept wheel. And the concept wheel has instructions on it that you can use too. That is the graphic organizer. Next. So here is the part that is actually the assignment. Here is the acrostic poem. Now, I put it in red to make sure you don't make a mistake. Use the video and the reading that you've already taken notes on that will highlight the key characteristics of life in ancient Egypt. Your poem is going to use Egypt. Egypt. This just gives you an example of an acrostic poem for Indus Valley. Do not turn this in. Don't turn in a poem on Indus Valley. Your words need to say EGYPT. The proof is going to be in the pudding. This is just an example. If you don't do this properly, then I'll know that you have not watched this video and you've not heard what I said to do. This one is due on January 25th. Here is the rubric. Make sure you follow the rubric. Is it relevant to the lesson? Is it accurate information? Do you have illustrations? And did you check your grammar? I have given people F's on this activity, and this is an informal grade, but I've given F's for this because students didn't put the illustrations, nor did they check their grammar. So you see, that's 25 points apiece. If you don't put illustrations, you automatically get a 75. I have to take off those points. All right, I think you get it. Let's move on to the next. Quizzes. This quiz says it's worth 5 points. That means you have 5 questions. You will click the preview. That's right here in blue. And then you answer the questions and then click next. And you will see The Rock, who has a show coming out on NBC this February called Young Rock. But this lets you know you are done, and then you can click the button to go back to the unit page, and maybe you need to finish some other assignment from lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, or lesson 5 and 6. But if not, then you are done for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you the instructions that you need, but we can talk about it during first block in a few minutes. All right then, have a good day.